Much has been made about the sheer variety of the land in the United States. Yet, few actually truly adventure adequately wide to get its full degree. Island towns, barbed mountains, jagged gulches, shining coasts, and a rainbow of various tree types are generally living it up on one lump of North America. The most beautiful hidden travel gems in the US made people surprised, and today we're going to talk about these surprising elements. Number 10. Geneva on the Lake, Ohio. Consistently, this little town resort along the southern Ohio shores of Lake Erie assembles streams of guests to its lovely public park, lakeside exercises, and bouncing winery trail. Notwithstanding, in the mid-year, Geneva on the Lake really wakes up. The humming and buzzing of arcade games and amusement parks fires up, and the strip loads up with children and guardians. During the 20s, summer travelers fished around Lake Erie during the day and appreciated the merry-go-round scaled-down fairway and the gambling club around the evening time. By the 40s and 50s, the ballrooms in the territory were blasting to the hints of swing, engaging fighters, and mariners. Since the good old days, Geneva on the Lake has just become a great summer attract to families from around the United States, and the allure hasn't dwindled since. Simply an hour's drive outside of Cleveland, Ohio, Geneva on the Lake and the encompassing Ohio wine country make for extraordinary objections for those hoping to escape the city. Number 9. Jekyll Island, Georgia. When the new century rolled over, Jekyll Island was perhaps the most pined for tour objections for America's traveled lights. Today, the hotel has opened its positions to a lot more extensive assortment of occasion creators, with greens, all-year celebrations, and convenience choices for sure. Notwithstanding, this is a spot that actually bears the superb hint of class that has been one of its most characterizing highlights previously, and the historically significant area remains as an excellent illustration of 20th century American high society. Jekyll Island is likewise home to some typically East Coast marshlands and beachfronts that have helped make it a top choice among families and couples searching for some place to unwind. Number 8. Rosendale, New York. Under 2 hours from New York City, Hartford, and Albany, Rosendale is an unspoiled, unassuming community escape for anybody escaping the city, with comfortable and straightforward bistros, bars, and boutiques around and the approaching Catskills Mountains and Roundout Creek, twisting around the foundation, development and nature work in amazing concordance. A large portion of the structures were developed in the mid-1900s, following a significant fire in 1895 that wrecked a large portion of the town. Since the Woodstock concert days, an ever-increasing number of specialists and business visionaries have been moving from New York to Rosendale, building up a flourishing expressions culture and independent venture network. It's the lone spot one can get a workmanship execution in a deserted limestone mine. The town additionally has regular town-wide road celebrations and blend notable attractions in with new network disapproved of organizations. Number 7. Leavenworth, Washington. Wilcomen off Leavenworth, an American mountain town with a distinction, settled on the low edges of the Washington Cascades. This town is an interwoven of interesting alpine chateaux, raucous brew lobbies, and Bavarian society culture, a genuine German escape in the core of the Pacific Northwest. From season to prepare, the personality of the town changes itself into something new. Throughout the late spring, Leavenworth is a central hub for explorers and bikers, climbers, and golf fans, hoping to benefit as much as possible from the warm sun and alluring slope trails, while the fall signals in the Bavarian soul, with brew celebrations and collect festivals for sure. In the colder time of the year, the town has gotten renowned for its warming light shows and Christmas souls, when the glow of open flames overflows from the entryways of bistros and Munich-enlivened restaurants. Number 6. Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Bartlesville may be a little city. However, it has perhaps the most intriguing horizons with regards to America. Once, and maybe for all time, a huge oil place, the structures mirror the craftsmanship deco and mechanical style of the 1930s and onwards. Most strikingly, Frank Lloyd Wright's just high-rise sparkles between the inadequately scattered apartment buildings, business structures, and lodgings. Finished in 1956, this perfect 19-story milestone building graces its guests with its monumental compositional plan, turning displays and a lasting assortment of works from Bruce Goff, Dennis Oppenheim, and others. Close to the highest point of Price Tower is a dazzling inn that merits a search only for the view. However, individuals simply dropping in can snatch a beverage and absorb the vertigo at Copper Bar. Number 5. Door County, Wisconsin. Entryway County, Wisconsin is unquestionably a territory worth investigating. With its boundless nature-chasing openings, excellent beacons to climb, and neighborhood craftsmanship every step of the way, there's continually something to find in this unassuming little area. The 104-year-old Peninsula State Park is host to an assortment of open-air exercises and an expected 1 million guests yearly. Inside its 3,776 sections of land, it has 4 campsites, a beacon, a theater, a fairway, bicycle trail, and a lot of vantage focuses for nature seeing. Number 4. Fort Bragg, California. Fortress Bragg has a long and celebrated past as a company town. However, it has reappeared as a flawless oceanside excursion escape. 3 hours north of San Francisco, it's positively off in an unexpected direction. Yet those are the most ideal sorts of departures. Notwithstanding, Fort Bragg's coolest gloat is its glass seashore. When heaps of disposed of material, alcohol bottles, pre-1967 auto tailgates, broken pharmacist bottles, and broken windows were unloaded into the sea, they ended up washed back on shore. In a real sense sanded down and glimmering in the daylight, framing the glass seashore. The sparkling shores, extensive waterfront seas, a rambling professional flower bed, and incredible nearby food and wine make Fort Bragg a great spot to wind and investigate. Number 3. Ruidoso, New Mexico. An ideal objective for any individual who has ever been interested with the historical backdrop of the American West, Ruidoso is the spot to pursue the apparitions of Billy the Kid and Kit Carson, and walk the warm path recently trampled on by numerous rancher boot. Lincoln County, a previous gold mining area, is overflowing with history, which mixes consistently into Ruidoso's present. Delightful southwestern cooking proliferates here, and each point presents an occasion to appreciate the encompassing scene in the powerful snow-capped pinnacles of the Sierra Blanca Mountains. Towards the south, offer the best skiing in New Mexico, and toward the north, Falsehood, the amazing pale fields of white sands. Number 2. Kodiak Island, Alaska. Kodiak Island is an extraordinary little cut of fish paradise in Alaska, found simply off Anchorage in the Gulf of Alaska. This island, comprised of 7 networks, is the second biggest island in the United States, overflowing with a social mix of both Russian landmarks and Orthodox holy places, just as solid connections to its Native American people group. Kodiak Island looks next to no like the remainder of America, and offers an amazingly extraordinary history. Past being a beautiful and biologically different zone to camp, bicycle, or climb around, Fort Abercrombie State Historical Park adds some verifiable importance to a Kodiak trip. During World War II, a few Aleutian islands were involved by Japanese powers, and Fort Abercrombie was worked to shield Kodiak from the genuine danger of occupation. Number 1. Fredericksburg, Texas. To get a sense for the beginnings of Fredericksburg, you should simply walk around Main Street. Droves of German workers moved to Central Texas during the 1830s, bringing their way of life, design, food, and, altogether, drink, in addition to the fact that they built larger cultivates, a few of which remain today. However, they additionally planted the grape seeds that brought about the many grape plantations in the Texas Hill Country. The gourmet scene in Fredericksburg is additionally shocking. Best local people rush to Hondo's for their donut burgers, jalapeno margaritas, and ordinary unrecorded music. Most are not regularly the go-to locations for vacationers, as confirmed by the unmistakable absence of squares abusively pressed with long, solid pinnacles, or lavish inn networks, or superstar cook eateries. All merit a stop, if not a genuine appearance, and a meander around. So, for genuine wild fervor and an entirely unexpected point of view on the narrative America, with the entirety of the extraordinary parts of each state come its own extension, on history a few zones were settled by the Germans which permanently mark a particular Bavarian compositional reasonableness, some by the Spanish, and now brag a supernatural culinary style. These were the amazing top 10 hidden travel gems in the US. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel District 10 TV for more videos like this. Click the bell button so you'll be notified every time we have a new upload in the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.